In this life, there will always be people who underestimate you, overlook you, and treat your presence like it's disposable. They think your kindness is weakness. They mistake your patience for passivity. And worst of all, they believe you'll always be there, waiting, tolerating, and forgiving. But what happens when you remove yourself? What happens when you stop answering, stop showing up, and stop caring? Today, we're going to talk about the Stoic strategy of letting others feel the natural consequences of their actions, especially when they've taken you lightly. Not out of revenge, not out of anger, but out of respect for yourself. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. This isn't about getting even. It's about getting better. It's about teaching others, through your silence, absence, and elevation, the cost of mishandling you. Let's begin. 1. The reality of being taken lightly. First, let's be clear. Being taken lightly happens to everyone at some point. The more you give, the more some people expect. The more available you are, the more you become invisible. We live in a world where familiarity often breeds disrespect. The person you were there for on their worst day can forget you on their best. The one who needed your support may belittle you when they no longer require it. Stoicism teaches us not to control others, but to master ourselves. And part of that mastery is recognizing when your energy is being mishandled. When you realize someone is taking you lightly, stop over-explaining. Stop seeking their validation. Stop making yourself small to fit their world. You owe no one endless tolerance. 2. Why they take you lightly. It often isn't personal. People project their insecurities, biases, and selfish tendencies onto those around them. They take you lightly because you've made yourself too accessible. You haven't enforced boundaries. You kept giving without demanding mutual respect. You feared losing them more than you valued keeping yourself. In Stoicism, Epictetus taught, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Their actions reveal their character. Your response reveals yours. 3. The art of disconnection. When someone begins to undervalue you, don't argue. Don't announce your departure. Don't post cryptic messages. Simply start disconnecting. Emotionally, physically, spiritually. Leave no room for negotiation. This isn't about bitterness. It's about clarity. Your silence teaches louder lessons than your words ever could. Your absence occupies more space than your presence once did. 4. Consequences without revenge. Stoicism is not about inflicting pain. It's about allowing people to meet the natural consequences of their behavior. When you withdraw, they lose your wisdom. They lose your loyalty. They lose the calm you brought to their storms. They realize conversations aren't the same without your voice. Not immediately, but over time. And time, as Marcus Aurelius said, is a sort of river of passing events. The ripples of your absence reach them eventually. They realize too late what they took for granted. And by then, you've outgrown needing their recognition. 5. The energy shift. When you stop chasing, stop proving, and stop waiting, your energy shifts. You move from reactive to proactive, from needing them to choosing you. This creates a magnetic pull, because people always notice what's no longer available, what they can no longer access easily. That distance you create speaks. It whispers the truth they ignored. You were valuable. You were rare. And they mishandled you. Let them feel that shift. Let them sit in the silence. Let them wonder why the energy feels different. Not to punish them, but to protect yourself. 6. Mastery over emotion. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is to master your inner world. To remain unshaken whether praised or overlooked. When you choose to distance yourself, you must also choose not to harbor resentment. Resentment ties you to the very person you're detaching from. Epictetus said, "Who then is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside their reasoned choice. Detach with grace. Move in silence. And let their regret be their own burden to carry." 7. When they return. And often they do return. Maybe out of guilt. Maybe out of loneliness. Maybe because they finally recognized your worth. But remember this. The same person who failed to appreciate you once is capable of doing it again. Welcome them only if they've truly changed. If not, let them remain part of your past. Because peace is too expensive to gamble. And you've learned that your presence is a privilege, not a right. Let them feel the coldness of the space you left. Let them learn. 8. Your energy is currency. Treat your energy like currency. You don't invest in people who bankrupt your spirit. Those who take you lightly are unworthy of your light. Protect your peace. Prioritize your growth. Value your solitude. Because the right people will never need to be taught your worth. They'll recognize it. They'll honor it. They'll meet you with the same depth you offer. And when you find those people, or when you become that person for yourself, you'll realize why Stoicism values self-possession above all. Let them feel the consequences of taking you lightly. Not with revenge. Not with hatred. But with absence, elevation, and peace. This is the way of the Stoic. This is the way of self-respect. Remember, you are not here to be overlooked. You are here to move with strength, intention, and quiet power. Let them feel it. If this message resonated with you, leave a like, subscribe, and join us on this Stoic journey. Until next time.